They are coming. Go, torch it. Burn it all.
But what about the serum?
Leave nothing. Now I will show you how I deal with informants. Finish him.
With pleasure.
These are the coordinates Ellis sent.
Over there.
It's Ellis. Executed. Leon, you find anything?
The place is torched. I don't know what they were growing, but it wasn't narcotics.
Romer knew we were coming.
So what's our next move?
We watch for the next viral outbreak. We won't have to wait long.
Logan's report was clear enough.
I want 2 additional teams assigned to this. Find Romer.
I understand.
Logan is my best agent. What do you want to do?
Nothing. We will wait. We will wait and see what he can discover.
Oh, dead.
Gabe, with both?
Right.
Damn it.
Erickson, move.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'll ask them.
No PK-102, that's not good.
Check.
Wow. Not only refused to aim at the right dude the first time, but shot the wrong guy while aiming at the right dude. That's incredible. It's the most Gabe Logan thing I've ever seen.
Gabe, with both?
Right. Erickson, move.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'll ask them. Check.
Damn. Didn't even work. Damn. Just gotta get that little drop and turn around. I guess I'm glad that that didn't kill me. And again, this is one of the big possible time saves, but it's up to you and your confidence level with that final stretch before the silo. My thing is that I feasibly, if I could do it, it would be at the same speed or barely faster than this current method. And frankly, at that late in the speedrun, it's, you know, it's a little more convenient to just have ease of play. That wasn't bad. Take a second or two. A thing I won't be able to do during an actual speedrun. No coffee sips there. I live in the desert and it's really cold right now, so it's a very dry and painful cold. It's not the nice rainy cold that most people get.
Leon, I found shipping manifests for parts.
See if I can do the blind roll.
Leon, right.
Better. Damn. Ooh. Yeah, that guy's on one sometimes, but that wasn't too bad. And this is still like the worst checkpoint for me. I just can't seem to get it. I think I don't wait long enough for the grenade.
Check.
Ooh, that last one wasn't too great.
Gabe, that's Warehouse 76.
Leon, asthma. Check.
Ooh. A little too far to either side or a little too far behind. And yeah, you just spend too long in the fire. And yeah, see, that time I kind of stood in it for the animation, so I lost way more health than I normally would have. Way more health. Oh. If I could have lined up that headshot better, that might have been a viable strat. I'd say that was very bad.
Watch it.
Right.
Oh, it treats it as a radio call?
Check.
Watch out down there, Gabe.
Check.
So in the event I need some flak jacket, I guess it's best not to roll out of the briefing. The Kagooglinator. Oh. I learned how to interact skip from Teresa on Syphonfilter 2. Everybody knows Teresa's the greatest interact skipper in Syphonfilter history.
I've made it into the power room. I'm going to try to overload the generator.
Be careful. I'm not sure what that will do to the power room. The whole place could blow.
I don't have much choice.
Get in there. I should have unpaused a little faster. But that was good. And now this might actually be, it doesn't seem like it, right, but aggressive AI aside, this might be one of the easier parts of the speedrun. It's just, you just really got to be able to do it. It's just the singular checkpoint at the beginning of the stage that kills it. If you fuck up once, you're probably dead, and then it's effectively the whole level over again. So it's a very bad problem spot in the speedrun. You don't want to lose here, but it's really not even as hard as like the couple levels before it. But yeah, hold circle. Ooh, yeah, be careful weapon scrolling while walking backwards. You probably don't want to backwards weapon scroll, actually. I'll weapon scroll when I strafe to the other one. And I just like to restart the mission, because if you got to do the whole thing over again, you may as well practice the, you know, falling from the beams. Yep. Oh! That's my favorite one.
Right.
Ooh! I'm afraid to use the restore points, because this emulator likes to crash. Gabe Logan, you piece of shit. Oh.
Gabe.
Right.
Aw, damn. Damn. I have such low health too. That Warehouse 76 really fucked me up. It's not about just surviving too, because then if after the whole fact of everything, right, I mean, case in point, full flakjack, it doesn't matter if you've only got like 1 hit of health. So we'll run it back from the beginning. That was way better than I thought I was going to be able to do right out of the gate. Let's see if I don't fuck up the grenade toss this time.
Erickson, move.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'll ask them. Check.
Fucking piece of shit. I don't know what Gabe thought he was doing right there. What the fuck? Well, there's definitely no way around that. Ooh. So yeah, you can just not go for it, but you can see how obnoxious some of those NPCs were getting in a stage or two, so that's typically the logic behind it. Not just those guys blocking the silo. Oh, and I didn't pause on that one. Forgot.
Leon, I found shipping manifests for parts. Leon, check.
Ah.
check.
And see, if I wait for the bomb to actually go off for the checkpoint to make sure they're dead, it just fucks me up anyway. And then that guy doesn't even die. I guess he's immune to fucking explosions. I don't know if I don't know if I could have pressed the L1 button any more times, any harder. Right at that time, right at that time. That second time too. Oh, there we go again. Yeah. It's like it can't read it while there's all types of dudes shooting. It's like it can't hear it, I guess. I don't know. It won't register with all the other shit happening, it seems. Because the exact same thing happened. I tried to do the same thing that I'm doing exactly to these dudes. And it just doesn't even read the input. I didn't press down, but okay. He's shooting me literally through the fucking wall and the floor, okay. That was fucking unbelievable. Yeah, if they want to get smart and roll, just ignore them. Ignore their dumb ass.
Gabe, that's Warehouse 76.
That worked out alright, though. I just have to not get all fucked up here in Warehouse 76, because that's what threw me off last time.
Leon, ask Mark. Right.
I didn't have the health to make it through the silo. Too far behind, I guess.
Leon, ask. Check.
That was a good one. Son of a bitch. Bro, I got the headshot like twice. At least that one read. It still costed me some health. Also, what's up? You're watching me try my best. We're doing this all month around the same time every morning. And then once the Omega Strain is done for the main series stuff, I'm going to start doing full runs with the timer in the evening and everything. So I hope you like frustration. Damn. Oh, that's right. I don't have the KG. I don't have my Kagooglinator. Oh, I thought I'd learned it. And oh yeah, Omega Strain has been frustrating in its own right. Damn. I remember spending like 2 hours the other day on those damn Belarus missions. You know, the one in the snow where Stone gets captured, and yeah, the one in the university with Maggie Powers. Bro. But that second one with the university was more on account of, you know, I triggered the alarm early on, and I think it bugged out like one of the gates. So it took me like over an hour just to get to the university part and actually finish the stage. And then, you know, those big juggernaut dudes show up, and that's no good. Damn.
I've made it into the power room. I'm going to try to overload the generator.
Be careful.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that will do to the power room. The whole place could blow.
I don't have much choice.
All right, here it is. Damn it. If I can just get the pause right on that, then that skips all that hassle. And yeah, I know there's not a lot of people speedrunning Syphonfilter. Not a lot of people know about it, despite it being a greatest hits. But to be fair, I'm not speedrunning the trilogy. I'm only on one. That first comment you see on chat is actually third place. He's the moderator for, you know, the Syphonfilter speedruns. He does the trilogy. He's currently one of the times that I'm trying to beat. He's like 15 minutes faster than me, than my best time at this speedrun, but I've gotten a lot better since then too. But I need to pee out some of this coffee I drank, and then we're gonna run this blackout tunnel again. And hopefully we can finish the silo.
Gabe.
And yeah, I'm glad you stumbled on the channel as well. It's Syphonfilter all month. Tomorrow morning, more speedrun. Tomorrow evening, more Omega Strain. Damn. And when Omega Strain's done, we'll do full runs in the evening for Syphonfilter. Hold on, I want to get it the cool way. But yeah, if I can get that part where you saw me die just now, that's the whole point of getting the KG. Alright, fine, I'll do it normal. That's the whole point of getting the KG, though, is to deal with those guys more than anything. Oh, I forgot that dude would come running. It's best to stealth kill the first guy then, unless you have the KG. It'd probably be good for these dudes too, but that's what I'm saying. You see how much time is compromised in just trying to aim at their heads and such, compared to just running up and gunning them. You should be able to run and gun everything but that first guy. God damn it. And like I said, I know for a fact, because I've done it a few times, that you can roll up onto that beam, and if you roll down from there, there's no fall damage, not like when you're going normal. But that's way too narrow of a thing to land so quickly. But yeah, if I can get exactly this strategy that I'm trying to implement down for getting through it, roll onto the bridge off the ledge, roll past the box, and as I'm rolling this way, keep the camera kind of tilted, but I gotta have my wits about me. Where am I? Oh. That's another benefit of the KG too, is in this last segment, of course, it shoots right through flak jackets, which means it keeps them intact. So you don't have to worry about headshots to maintain armor. But yeah, if I can just get this part that I'm trying to get down the way that I'm trying to get it. Will you get the fuck up there, man? And yeah, that dude can't be shooting at you because that'll trigger the two guys up top and then you have to stop to kill them instead of just being able to run past them. Didn't hold circle. Or I held it too late. And yeah, I tried to get into the Discord stuff too, but I don't really know how to use any of that or Twitch, so I've just kept it to YouTube. Shit. And no, yeah, the KG for sure. That's what I'm saying. That's what this is trying to circumvent, though. Because if this... I mean, I know it does work out. I know it's a viable strategy. I just need to actually, you know, get the timing and placement down, because it's a matter of running it blind effectively, that last corridor, knowing where they're going to spawn, knowing how close to hug which corner, and otherwise... There you go.
Leon, I found the elevator down to the...
Now, if I can just do that every time, boom. That's about a 10-second save right there, all things considered, even with the pausing for some headshots.
Leon, check.
And that's only on the assumption that I need the armor. Damn. I don't know who I'm supposed to aim at with that grenade. I think it depends on the spawn, because it usually kills both people when I do that.
Leon, check.
Gabe, check your fire. Damaging that missile could set it off.
Damn. And yeah, if you want to watch the whole speed run, you can click on the description, and I have last year's 7th place submission. Right now, you know, January's still only 10 days in, so I'm still in the practice phase, because I don't speed run this, you know, like chronically. This is my first time really dedicating time to the speed run since last January when I submitted that time. I do the speed run occasionally, you know, in my downtime off camera, but we're talking about less than like 6 hours in a couple of months probably. And that's really only been for like the last 6 months or so, because for a good, you know, or 2 or 3 months after speedrunning this, I didn't even want to look at this game. No.
Leon, I made it. I'm triggering the missile's
The number one is, the channel is Aaron Haynes. I think the guy's name, or it's like Baron Haynes, and the guy's actual name is Aaron Haynes. Oh, I should have let it run. And then second place is Valkyrie. Third place is the guy at the very top of the chat, like I said. I don't know how you would actually say that. I always just say Pro 007 because I don't know where the A is supposed to fit into that pronunciation. Which third place is also the guy that has to moderate this stuff. So that dude always has to watch my speedruns as long as I submit them.
Check.
But yeah, my average time is about 90 minutes. My personal best time from last year was 77 minutes. And like I said, first and second place are both just under 1 minute. With only about a 10-second difference between the two. And like I said, that 10-second difference basically comes into play with that Fagin level. That first one. And yeah, if you just go to Speedrun, it's just called speedrun.com or speedrun.org. Every game has its own subsection. And you'll see the submissions on there. Mine will be the 7th place, and I think there's only 8 submissions. 7th was the slowest, and then I came along and, you know, blew them out of the water, I guess. I was slightly less slow. But as I've bragged multiple times, I guess, you know, I might have to do it just to do it. Which I said I might if I don't do as good as I plan on in this year's speedrun. I could more easily than not probably overtake at least a couple of the times ahead of me, like 5th or 4th, but those are, well, maybe not 4th, but like 6th and 5th definitely, but those are, they're completely different strats all throughout. So I could implement strats specifically to trump those, but it would do me absolutely no good in the long run. It would be nothing like what I'm doing now.
Bypass the subway security. The ramp in the first terminal should be clear now.
Because I'm hell-bent on breaking top 3. I have been since like last year. And like I said, with the channel shifting gears after this, because Omega Strain is the last gameplay series for this productive year, I might even pick up the speedrun, you know, once or twice more in a year. Not as part of like Syphonfilter Month, I'll still save the actual gameplay and big video stuff for that, but you know, so as to give myself more time to practice, and I'll need things to fill out the channel anyway. Damn.
Beacon set. Tell CBDC to get its guys down here.
Copy. They're on their way.
And this is PAL. This is PAL region on an emulator. Because something about the sound and the screen tearing, I'm not too sure, but the numbers are all there. Can't even reload the sniper rifle. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I actually have a physical PAL region disc and a fast disc PS2.
Gabe, what's happening?
But I'm gonna need to hard mod it.
I'm setting a beacon. Wait.
And I use only D-pad. I'm using the controllers from the...
Gabe!
Right.
You know, the PS1 Classic that they came out with. Since they're USB controllers, they plug right into, you know, a USB. I don't know why I went with a one-handed roll. I should have gone for the sniper rifle. And see, I've been focusing so much on the later group of stages that it's like I'm screwing up easy stuff like the fire skip here now. But here in a day or two, I'll run that last segment like one more time tomorrow probably. And then from then on, we'll shift the gameplay to like the first half. So like on Monday, probably Monday morning, I'll stream all of, you know, the first stage up to probably the Stronghold. I'll probably do that a couple days in a row, and then after that, you know, I'll do the Stronghold up to the end of the game.
That should be all the C4 you need to blow open that passage.
So that way by the last 10 to 12 days, it can just be full runs, including in the evening. And yeah, I definitely do feel like my aim is pretty good, so I'm trying to use that to my advantage. That's specifically part of why I feel like, you know, that strategy at the end of the blackout tunnels is viable. Because I do have that killer aim on here. Damn. I might still get it. I think positioning is more important than the timing on that.
CBDC is on their way in.
But usually even if you fuck up a little bit right there turning around on the C4, you don't get it.
Leon, I found the gas main. I'm shutting it down.
Still slightly too far. Still hit the corner. As far as I can tell, I also seem to be a lot better at, you know, moving sideways and backwards than the other guys too. So that's definitely being used to my advantage as well. As often as I can optimize using those strategies, I will.
Logan.
I've spotted Mara Aramov in the top.
Oh, and if you want like the best comparison, if you go watch second places, he runs on a PAL region fastest PS2. Damn, I didn't do the circle on Mara, but I bet I could still get it. I couldn't. And you can see how much faster it is. I have a fast disc American as well, but it's not quite as fast. Damn. Yeah, you want to hold circle with Mara, that way you can catch her still running through the tracks, because otherwise she's already there and it's too hard to hit her. The second the briefing goes black, this one's kind of strict. There we go.
Where's Romer? Leon, I'm on my way to the park.
I've set the pickup for...
Right.
And fast disc is a setting on certain PS2 Slim models that allows you to run, well, it's just as it sounds, for PS1 games it allows you to run the disk drive faster to enhance loading times and all that. For most games it comes with a lot of like graphical and audio errors because the disc is spinning faster and loading faster than it was ever designed to. But none of that matters really in a speedrun. You're just, right, you want the fastest performance, so. Because, you know, all of the time lag and the loading screens and all of that was considered, you know, in the game design, so it's optimized for that. If you put it in a machine that can load it all twice as fast, you know, some things by their design weren't meant to load, you know, that fast. So it causes errors, it causes audio to skip and glitch. But, you know. So, like, instead of Gabe Logan talking like this, the whole time he'll be talking like this, you know, and there'll be, like, chopped up little bits of audio towards the end. And sometimes, you know, the screen tearing will be a lot more noticeable.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
Fucking rooftop Johnny. That wasn't too bad. Well, the thing about a PS2 is that it's not actually fully backwards compatible. It does have the hardware to run PS1 games, but a lot of like the background functions, I'm not sure about the actual proper term for it, but a lot of that, a lot of like the RAM and stuff does have to be emulated for it. So to that end, you know, it makes it really complicated to do stuff like that, to run PS1 games off of drives and such. That was pretty bad because the one guy didn't spawn behind, but that's still as fast as you usually want to do it. I could just get it a little faster with the right spawns. Same thing with here. If two guys spawn behind me, then we can get there really quick.
CBDC their way. Stand by.
Cover me.
Check.
I don't believe DuckStation is an approved emulator, though. The only ones that I see listed are EPSXE, which is this emulator that I'm using right now, and BizHawk is the other one. Other than that, I guess it's just native hardware.
Check.
But even then, there's still a lot that isn't really too keyed out with that either. As far as, you know, the details in between. For example, you know, emulator settings being used to match the speed and performance of a fast disk PS2, for example. Because that, you know, theoretically, there's no reason why that shouldn't be allowed, as long as it's, you know, viable. Or as long as it's, you know, accurate.
Tell CBDC I fail.
How's that for a time save? I'm the only one who does it that way, too.
Anton Gerdue.
I guess until it catches on.
Gabe, you're
Right.
You can't hide. You can't run forever.
That was bad.
Gabe, are you all right?
He's finished.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It contains...
Biggins heading for the...
Right.
Damn, you've blown your cover.
But yeah, basically, what you saw happen just there is the difference between first and second place.
Check.
He fucks up like right here, you know. He like
Damn,
gets
blown your
caught
cover.
doing something, and he doesn't even like, you know, stop and reset the mission or nothing. He just lets it fade to black. He's just like, ah, damn, I fucked up. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Restart at checkpoint.
Biggins heading.
Check.
Right? Normally, you fuck up, you'd want to be like,
Biggins heading.
Right.
I don't know why he doesn't. I also don't know why he hasn't even tried to overtake first place. I feel like second place is clearly much better at the game than first place, probably the best, and even has like the ideal hardware for it. Because like I said, the difference in their time is a matter of that one mistake that's easily mitigated, you know? It was just a bad stroke of luck, was all. Plus, there's optimizations that have been put into place, you know, since long before I started optimizing this piece of shit.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, that could be implemented to get even faster, because his run is using like a lot of older
Biggins
strats
run for
too,
it. Roma and Airmov would
and
have
it's
to-
still only 10 seconds slower.
He's finished. Check.
If anything, that's what I'm the most worried about, though, is second place. Like I said, I feel like he's easily probably the best player just out there in general. A lot of the things that I do that I think make me good, I kind of see him doing it, which means he understands like the concepts behind him too, and it's just like, wow, I hate this guy. He's better at the speedrun, and he knows, you know, the secret behind all my gimmicky little shit. The thing is, too, he's like Latin American. Or like, you know, from one of those regions, like a South American or like overseas region, I'm not too sure. I don't know if he's like Spanish or something or other. I don't know the guy personally, forgive me, but you know, this game, this series seems to be one of those that had a much bigger impact like in those regions though. It's like growing up here, everybody liked Mortal Kombat and shit like that, but whenever I would go to Mexico with my cousins, everybody loved King of Fighters. That's why I'm so good at playing Terry on Super Smash Bros. Because my cousins used to beat my ass on King of Fighters on an arcade machine. And it's a big thing all over like Latin America, Mexico, South American, you know, places, regions. So I would imagine that that dude's skill just also comes from a place of love. Because I've been playing this game since I was yay high, you know? This is one of the first games I remember my older brother and sister having. But then again, you know, speedrun is taxing, so I could see the dude just maybe not wanting to fucking, like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. Like, yeah, I feel ya. All things considered, I mean, speedrunning is never easy, but I've tried speedrunning here and there with other games. Believe you me, if this is nothing compared to a Mario 64 speedrun. This is nothing compared to even just like an 8-star. I can't imagine why anybody would want to put themselves through a 120 speedrun on Mario 64. Hey man, you want to play hyper-intensive Mario for like 4 hours non-stop? God, no. Please, no. Just give me the jail time. And yeah, you can break Fagan's sequence all up. I didn't used to know that either. There's another way of speedrunning it that's a lot easier.
Right.
Where you just climb up to the side and then double headshot the guys. You know, kind of like that. But it's way slower, and as soon as I saw somebody do that, I was just like, yo.
Tell me.
There goes Fagin. Is Mara still alive?
Fagan's tweaking, you did it.
Now to get some answers.
Hurry. More security is on its way.
Hello? Never had that issue before. Damn, that's fucking ass. And now Fagan's not tweaking. Ooh. They got me falling off the dinosaur, man. That's it. That ruined the run. It was good up until now.
Send in an evac.
He wouldn't first person
before we
aim.
can get the
I did it like
information
4
out.
times. I wish I had one of those controller input readers so you could see me like mashing these buttons. So you can understand the pain. Anyway, this ran a lot longer than I thought it would have just because I kind of restarted on impulse and
Investigation has been compromised.
had a good run going, but that kind of ruined it, so.
Right.
Come back tomorrow then. We'll run those last few stages again. I'll probably dedicate a lot more time to that first warehouse stage, though.
Damn it! I found a fuel tank. I planted the first explosive.
Because I really need to get that one objective with the grenade toss. I need to get that down. That's the most problematic spot for me. Because it's such a simple thing to do, you know. It's not the biggest time save either, but it's a... I shouldn't be having the problem that I'm having with it, so... I'll give it a little practice, and then for sure that part going up to the silo. And yeah, like I said, we're doing this every morning around the same time through the end of the month. And then once the Omega strain is done, which itself should only take another stream or two. We'll be able to shift into, you know, long-form speedrun content in the evening. Probably not for as long as Omega Strain. It just depends on how good the runs are, but probably like somewhere in the neighborhood of like 2.5 hours. Wow, I didn't even set up my glitch, but that's fine.
I found the power to the motion sensors. I'm heading over to the bunkers now. That's the last explosive. I'll trigger the timer once I'm on the roof and have disabled their radar.
Copy.
And you know what? One thing I'll probably dedicate more time to, just for good measure, is the catacombs. I really got to get that section down. We've gotten it down pretty well, but there's a few more, like, sub-optimizations, you know, to be made to accommodate my playstyle, at least. And no, we're not speedrunning Omega Strain. We're just, it's part of what we call the gameplay series on the channel, which you can check that out if you want an idea of how it all works. Because this whole speedrunning Syphonfilter thing, this is a special event on the channel.
Gabe, check your fire. Damaging that missile could set it off.
Oh. But yeah, we're just playing Omega Strain through to completion. I might not even do the bonus levels and stuff on it. Depends on how the last couple of streams go. Damn. I might eventually try my hand at speedrunning the other PS1 games, but that's not really a focus. I never quite cared for 2 and 3 the way that I did for 1, and Omega Strain is my favorite in terms of actual, you know, gameplay. Like I said, this game is just a nostalgic PS1 title for me.
I've got the last code. I'm gonna try to find a way up to the radar tower on the roof. Get ready to lift off.
I'm ready.
Leon, I found the elevator to the roof. Get ready to dust off.
Gabe, the force is crawling with patrols.
And I don't know anything about like the online being down or restored, but as far as that sort of stuff goes, you can always just create your own servers. So whether it was active or not,
Leon, right.
there was always ways to do it. Which, you know, I would have liked to, but that's the sort of thing that takes time to set up and resources that I don't particularly have. I want to do the same thing with Phantasy Star Online when that eventually comes, though. And yeah, that's basically a lot of the junk that I was talking about with it. I like the pseudo-RPG mechanics, as you'll hear me say a lot when I'm playing it. Which, you know, come around tomorrow evening if you want to watch me do that. I'm up to that final stage group. I think the Tokyo stage is next. I remember that one being more of a step up in difficulty. No! It's hard to get this one in one go. And I have more than enough health, believe me. Please believe me. But yeah, that's what I want to do with Phantasy Star Online too, because if you have a modded Wii or Wii U running Nintendo and running GameCube games, since it's all native architecture. No! Since it's all native architecture, you know, it can read everything without hesitation, without problem, all the network functionality and connections and everything like that. So all it's looking for is a network connection. It doesn't actually understand the medium that it's getting it through, so it can use the built-in Wi-Fi drivers on the Wii and stuff like that for online play on games that had online functionality. Which, as far as I'm aware, it was only things like Phantasy Star, Mario Kart 8, or not Mario Kart 8, but Double Dash, I think F-Zero. Phantasy Star just looks like a vibe, so I might do that sometime like this summer. And you know, make it like adjoining Sonic content, because Sonic hasn't had a spotlight on the channel for a while, but it's easily the most robust content on the channel. It's got guides for the Chow Garden, it's got the big Ultimate Chow Garden video, the Shadow the Hedgehog review, plus all of those games played, both Sonic Adventures, Shadow the Hedgehog, the Gems Collection. Man, I don't even care if I die, I'm just wondering why I can't get my roll. What am I doing wrong? I think that's what I was doing wrong. Let's see if I get it this time. That was... I've never rolled like that into it. That's not good, because that rolls you straight into fire, but... I didn't know you could roll straight into under it. I know exactly what I did wrong on that one. I felt it. Alright, well, as you can see, not everything is guaranteed on here, but yeah, more of this tomorrow morning, Omega Strain tomorrow evening. I won't know until tomorrow when there will be more Omega Strain, because I find out on Sundays, but yeah, hopefully, at the very least, I want to be able to beat my personal best time, but you know, if I can overtake sometimes, if I can break into top 5, if not top 3, but maybe later this year if we don't do it this year. And like I said, if things don't go quite as beautifully as I'm hoping they will with this speedrun, I might just be petty and switch up the strategy and go after like 5th place specifically just to say that I broke into the top 5. But ideally, I would want to break into those times by running the optimal strats. So, either way, check out all that, and then check out the channel. You know, most recently we've got Zelda, the Super Nintendo stuff. Undertale and Earthbound were streamed, but I haven't edited that yet, so, you know, if you like watching live streams that aren't live. But I'll let you sit here with this, and I'll cut off the stream in a minute. So thanks for hanging out, and just stick around all month. And remember that in the last 10 days, as often as we can, as many evenings as I have available, we'll be putting in like the 2-3 hour sessions for this, and it'll be full runs. So an hour and a half into it, we would have done like a whole run by then, and maybe a second one if it wasn't that good. So we'll have the timer going, we'll have everything ready for it, so come back at the end of the month especially if you want all that. And then just tune in if you want the Omega Strain, there's more Syphonfilter on the channel. And like I said, everything else, Sonic, Zelda, whatever in between, and of course the Pokemon stuff.